Welcome to PolicyCast, where we decode India's most impactful tax, finance, and policy moves from industry leaders. Today, we have with us Rajshri Sarna to discuss the Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana, a game-changing employment-linked incentive scheme that could reshape how businesses hire and grow. If you are an employer, this podcast is for you. Hi Rajshri, my first question to you is, what is the core objective of the PM VBRY scheme and why should employers pay attention to it now?
So the PMVBRY is an initiative launched to accelerate formal job creation in India with an aim to generate around 3.4 crore new jobs over the scheme period. So the scheme is effective from 1st of August 25 and employers across industries and sectors are eligible to participate in this scheme. Of course, subject to meeting certain eligibility requirements which is prescribed under the scheme. The Ministry of Labour and Employment has released detailed guidelines covering various aspects of the scheme, which covers eligibility conditions and other requirements. So employers should review this as the scheme incentivizes both employers to expand their workforce and also supports first-time employees by offering certain financial incentive by linking these new joiners to the social security system under the Employee Provident Fund Organization or the EPF. So that's the reason why employers should pay attention to this, no matter which sector or industry that they are operating in.
How does this scheme incentivize employers for creating new jobs and what are the eligibility criteria?
Right. So to qualify under the scheme, the first condition is that the employer should be registered with the EPF. Those employers who have an exempt PF trust are also eligible to receive the benefit under the scheme. Any such employer who hires new employees with gross wages up to rupees 1 lakh per month and retains these employees for at least a 6-month period would be eligible for incentive under the scheme. Employers who meet the eligibility criteria would be entitled to receive monthly incentive of up to 3,000 rupees per month per employee over a 2-year period. In case the employer is in the manufacturing sector, the benefit would be received over a 4-year period. And for this purpose, a new employee would be someone who has joined the establishment or the employer between 1st August 2025 to 31st July 2027, and it includes first-time employee and also a rejoinee, that is, an employee who is already a member of EPFO and has been contributing to EPF, whether via the EPFO itself or through an exempted trust in their previous employment.
So Rajshri, who qualifies as a first-time employee under the scheme and what benefits do they receive? Could you elaborate a bit more on this?
The first-time employee is someone who has never been registered with the EPFO before. That is, somebody who has recently qualified and joins the workforce afresh. For these employees, PMVBRY offers a one-time incentive of up to rupees 15,000, which will be paid in 2 installments over a 12-month period. So this not only encourages formal employment, but also provides a framework for these first-time employees to come under the Social Security coverage, which makes this a win-win situation as employer also receives financial support in the form of an incentive and the employee also receives a financial support in terms of a long-term stability and coverage under the Social Security scheme.
I think that's really great and employers can take a note of it. Coming to our next set of questions, is there any special focus on the manufacturing sector per se? And how does it impact employers in that space?
Yes, certainly. So the manufacturing sector gets a strategic boost under this scheme. Under the PMVBRY, incentives for the employers in the manufacturing sector extends for up to 4 years, which is double the duration offered to other sectors. And broadly, this also aligns with the National Manufacturing Mission and aims to make India a global hub for industrial production. So if you are an establishment or an employer engaged in manufacturing, this scheme supports workforce retention and also contributes to reducing the onboarding costs at an overall level.
And finally, my last question for you is, what steps should employers take to start benefiting from this Yojana?
So the first step would be ensure that your organization is compliant with the EPFO related filings, registration, all the requirements which are there. And for the purpose of participating in this scheme, there is a requirement to register on the PMVVRY tab created under the EPFO portal. It's a deemed registration based on certain details to be submitted on the portal. Next, employers should track the new hires who meet the eligibility criteria and ensure that the monthly EPF returns are filed accurately, wherein the gross wages are reported as per the employment letter and other conditions that are required. The scheme framework provides for incentives to be credited directly to the employer and also to the first-time employee's account via a direct benefit transfer process. So therefore, from the ministry's perspective, this scheme is intended to be a simple and transparent process, provided the compliances are met properly and accurately and in a timely manner by the employers.
And that's a quick wrap. Thank you, Rajshri, for being with us and sharing your insights. We'll be back soon with more expert conversations on tax, finance, trade, and policy. Until then, thank you for tuning in.